Sometimes I think that rural people give up on themselves because they find themselves in a small context. But when I read the scripture, here's what I see. I see that people traveled from all over to get to Jesus.
About 10 years ago, all our older people began to die out and we couldn't get any younger people to come in.
I didn't really know much about the church. You never saw many cars here on Sunday mornings, so.
Marouge really first came on the scene for me whenever I was doing an evaluation of all of the people that we had at our church. And I noticed that we didn't really have anybody from the Marouge area that was going to our church. And that's only 19 minutes away.
We tried everything we knew and nothing was working. And I guess I was in denial the whole time.
There was only 6 people here at the time. They had not met in the sanctuary for 6 years. They said that they were feeling like they were just prolonging the inevitable.
And I thought the church was going to completely close. But then God came along and introduced me to Casey Johnson. He came over, went around town and looked, and he said, you could probably have 100 people a week. I kind of laughed. I didn't think that would be possible.
We've reached so many people so quickly.
What surprised me is people that were right here all this time that needed to go to church, and we just did not get them here.
How I ended up in this church was through my sister-in-law. She didn't want to come alone, so she invited her family.
I did not know Escar at all. He showed up at the church.
That day I heard the word from the Lord and I felt His presence.
And then one day he called me and he said that he wanted to talk to me about salvation. So I went over to his house and opened up the scriptures and explained to him what it means to get saved. And he chose to put his faith and his trust in Jesus. And so we were excited about baptizing him.
Members of this church have gone out into the community and they see Jesus in us. They see a change in this church and they want to come and be a part of it.
A lot of church planting takes place in bigger city areas. I love the fact that God's reaching people in the cities, but I want people to know that God still loves the country too, that there is a place for God to move and to work in our churches in these rural areas. And so don't give up. God's still here.